Good evening everyone, how's your life today? Let me introduce myself. My name is FUJI LESTARI from Accounting 6A. Thank you for attending this presentation. I am student at Polytechnic Negeri Batam who interns at one of the companies in Batam, that is Latvanit company. So today I will explain about my progress internship in Latvanit company. The chapter that I will explain are the first is the Latvanit company profile. In this chapter, I will explain the history, address, type of business, and the vision mission of the Latvanit company. The second is my jobs at Latvanit company. These sections explain what are the main jobs and I do in the Latvanit company. The third is the problem and solution internship activities at Latvanit company from the first to the 6th week. These sections I will explain about the tasks given by my supervisor in the internship, the problem of those tasks, and what are the solutions to solve the problems of the tasks I'm working on. The fourth is the conclusion, that is the point of the presentation that I have explained. First, we talk about Latvanit company profile. Year of establishment of the company. Latvanit company, or the with full name is PT Latvanit Konsultindo Batam, was established in Batam on March 21st, 2017. This company is located in Ruko Buana Central Park, Lexington Block number 39, Batuaji District, Batam. Types of business company. Latvanit company is a provider of accounting service, bookkeeping, auditing, tax, technology, accounting programs or software, and other business management. Vision mission of the company. The company's vision is to be the top of choice for business partners. The mission is to offer and provide the best solution in carrying out the work in accordance with agreed contract. Let's move on to the next chapter. Main jobs at Latvanit company. The implementation of my internship activities did for 8 months. I am in the administrative division of accounting services in accordance with the major that I study, namely accounting. My main job in this division are: number 1, to create a letter of offer and send it to the client company via email. Number 2, checking the suitability and completeness of the client financial records, transaction, and bank accounts. Then, I journal the financial data, post it to the general ledger, and compile the financial statement using Microsoft Excel system. Number 3, after I have completed the financial statements and calculate the depreciation of fixed assets, then I input the data into the company's annual income tax ESPT 1771 software. And the last is report the company's income tax letter on DJP online website. If I have report it to the online DJP website, I also send the financial report data and the tax data that I have created to the current company. Let's move on to the next slide. In this third chapter, I will explain problem and solution in internship activities at Latvanit company from the 1st to the 6th week. I will start from week 1. Assessment. Check the suitability between cash records created by the client's company, data of the transaction, and bank accounts of the client company from January to December. The problem is the client company is incomplete in submitting cash records. The client company does not submit cash records for November and December. The solution is I inform the supervisor at the internship that the client's company is incomplete in submitting cash record. The supervisor at the internship asks me to notify the client's company. Then I ask the client company to send a cash notes from November and December by email. Let's move on to the next slide. Week 2. Assessment. Input the client's company annual tax in 2020, financial statement, depreciation of asset in the application of the Corporate Taxpayer Income Tax (ISPT) 1771. The problem is, before input data on financial statements, depreciation of asset, and income tax in the application, there must be approval of the client's company by sign the data. Client company has not signed the data. The solution is, I send the data of financial statement, depreciation of assets, and income tax to the client's company, and I ask the client company to sign the data. After the client company submits the data that has been signed by the client company, I input those data in the application ISPT Corporate Taxpayer Income Tax 1771. Let's move on to the next slide. Week 3. Assessment. Journaling of incoming and outgoing transfer in bank accounts that have been sent by the client's company. Journals are created on the Excel system. The problem is the description of the transfer in and out of some transaction on the bank account is incomplete or does not exist. So, I don't know to the journalist the transaction. The solution is, I ask the supervisor at internship about the information from the transfer in and out of the transaction on the bank account. In addition, I ask for the appropriate accounts to journal the transactions. Supervisors at the internship also contact the client's company to confirm the details of the transaction. After that, the supervisor at the internship inform and explain it to me. Then I journal the transfer in and out of the bank account on Excel system. Let's move on to the next slide. Week 4. Assessment. Check the suitability and accuracy between bank accounts and cash records that have been sent the client company. The problem is that amount of some transaction in and out of the bank account on the cash records recorded by the client company is not same as the bank account. The solution is I mark and record different transaction amounts between bank accounts and cash records recorded by client company in my small notes. Then I give it to the supervisor at internship. The supervisor at the internship inform the client company to check the cash records and ask to correct the nominal cash notes record according to the bank account. Let's move on to the next slide. Week 5. Assessment. Create depreciation calculation of fixed asset owned by client company in Excel system in 1 year. The problem is the client company was established a few months ago, so the client company has not made a list of asset owned and depreciation of asset. The solution is I check the records of fixed asset purchase transaction. Fixed asset consists of buildings, mansion, and office equipment. I input the fixed asset purchase price and the year of purchase of the transaction on the Excel system. Then, I determine the depreciation rate of fixed asset based on the fixed asset group on tax rules. After the fixed asset is depreciated, I calculate the book value of the asset. Let's move on to the next slide. Week 6. Assessment. Report the client's company income tax letter to the JP online website. The problem is the client company has not registered an account in the JP online. The solution is I asked the supervisor at the internship to provide the EFIN that the client company has sent the supervisor at the internship. After I received the EFIN, I opened the JP online website. Then I registered the client company account at the JP online. Next, I report the client's annual income tax. Let's move on to the next topic. Conclusion. The main point of material of the day is I do accounting services in the Latvanese company, and if I don't know how to solve the problem of my assessment at the internship, I ask the supervisor at the internship. That's all. Thank you.